A life upended, Jackson's formative years. George Jackson was born in 1941 in Chicago. He faced a harsh reality from a young age. Poverty and racism were deeply ingrained in the fabric of American society. These forces would shape his life in profound ways. Jackson's early life was marked by encounters with a criminal justice system that disproportionately targeted black youth. Minor offenses led to increasingly severe punishments. He was caught in a cycle of incarceration that seemed impossible to escape. At the age of 18, Jackson's life took a drastic turn. He was convicted of armed robbery. He received a sentence of 1 year to life. This marked the beginning of his long and brutal journey through the California prison system. Little did he know, these prison walls would become the crucible in which his revolutionary spirit would be forged. And so began the next chapter of his life, one that would see him transform from a prisoner to a revolutionary icon. Prison walls, revolutionary seeds, Jackson's political awakening. Prison became Jackson's university. Inside the walls of some of California's most notorious penitentiaries, he embarked on a journey of self-education and political radicalization. He devoured books, immersing himself in the works of revolutionary thinkers. Karl Marx's critiques of capitalism resonated deeply with Jackson's own experiences of systemic oppression. The writings of Mao Zedong offered a blueprint for revolutionary struggle against oppressive regimes. He saw parallels between the Black liberation struggle and anti-colonial movements worldwide. The writings of Frantz Fanon and Malcolm X ignited a fire within him. He began to see the fight for Black liberation as part of a global struggle against imperialism and colonialism. The prison system, in his eyes, was a microcosm of the larger system of racial and economic oppression that plagued American society. The Black Guerrilla Family, a force for self-defense and revolution. Within the brutal confines of prison, Jackson recognized the need for collective action and self-defense. In 1966, he co-founded the Black Guerrilla Family, or BGF. This revolutionary prison organization was dedicated to challenging the racist and oppressive conditions faced by black inmates. The BGF advocated for armed resistance against the prison system. They saw their struggle as part of a broader movement for black liberation. The group's ideology was a blend of revolutionary nationalism, Marxism, and Maoism. They believed in the need to dismantle the capitalist system and create a new society free from oppression. The BGF's influence extended beyond prison walls. It attracted support from activists and intellectuals involved in the Black Power movement. The organization's uncompromising stance against racism and oppression resonated with many who were disillusioned with the slow pace of reform, inspiring a new wave of activism and resistance. Section 4. Ideological Foundations, Marxism, Maoism, and the Black Struggle. George Jackson's political thought was a potent mix of Marxist analysis, Maoist strategy, and a deep commitment to black liberation. He saw the struggles of black people in America as inextricably linked to the global fight against capitalism and imperialism. Marx's critique of capitalism provided Jackson with a framework for understanding the economic roots of racial oppression in America. He saw the exploitation of black labor as integral to the functioning of the capitalist system. Mao's theories on revolutionary struggle, particularly his emphasis on protracted people's war, offered Jackson a strategic model for challenging the power of the state. Jackson believed that true liberation could only be achieved through the overthrow of the capitalist system. He advocated for a socialist revolution that would dismantle the structures of racial and economic injustice. His ideas resonated with a generation of activists who were seeking radical solutions to the problems of racism and inequality in America. And thus, Jackson's ideological journey was deeply intertwined with the global struggle for liberation and equality. Section 5. The Soledad Brothers, a case of resistance and repression. In 1970, George Jackson, along with fellow inmates Fleta Drumgo and John Clutchette, became embroiled in a case that would grip the nation, the Soledad Brothers case. They were accused of killing a white prison guard. The incident occurred following the deaths of 3 black inmates at the hands of another guard. The Soledad Brothers maintained their innocence. They argued that they were being framed by prison authorities in retaliation for their political activism. The case became a rallying cry for activists across the country. They saw it as a blatant example of the criminal justice system's bias against black men. The case of the Soledad Brothers exposed the brutality of the prison system. It fueled the growing movement for prison abolition. The case also highlighted the government's willingness to silence dissenting voices through any means necessary.